Connected Series Leadership Podcast, Episode Empowerment of Hierarchy, the Rise of Unbossed Leadership. Welcome, Truth Seekers, to the Connected Series Leadership Podcast, brought to you by the Great Awakening Report. I'm Mark, your host, and it's an honor to walk beside you as we decode the forces shaping leadership, business, conscious cultures in this extraordinary moment in time. This podcast is your compass in an age of disruption and transition. Together we connect the dots, drawing from our reports, briefings, and Q&A series to shine light on what's collapsing, what's emerging, and how we as leaders and seekers can rise to meet the times. And as always, I'm joined by my co-host and fellow navigator, Craig, entrepreneur, mentor, and explorer of conscious leadership. Craig, welcome back.
Thanks, Mark. It's always great to be here. Every day is a gift, and it's always a gift to be here in dialogue together. And this series, I really like this leadership Q&A, with all the wonderful questions our audience brings us, and it gives us a chance to really talk about how leadership is being redefined right now, and that so many of the old models that we've experienced in our past, they're actually breaking down. And of course, with that comes uncertainty and opportunity. And today's theme, it's close to my heart because it's a really, really interesting trend.
Well, this is fun for me to data mine your experience. You're the expert today. So in today's episode, we're exploring a powerful shift in leadership, empowerment over hierarchy, the rise of unbossed leadership. This isn't a passing trend. It reflects a deeper transformation in how leaders show up, how organizations thrive, and how innovation takes root. Unbossed leadership means moving beyond command and control into conscious cultures of trust, autonomy, and shared ownership. Let's step into this conversation with your questions, our insights, and a shared commitment to conscious leadership in times of transition and change.
Well, let's start with our first category. What is unbossed leadership? And our first question from the audience is, what does unbossing really mean in practice, and why is it resonating now?
Yeah, this unbossed, I really have to be very specific when I caught it at first because I've never heard it before, but meaning you're unbossing people. Unbossed leadership is a shift from top-down control to empowerment. In practice, it means leaders step back from micromanaging and instead cultivate trust, autonomy, and shared ownership. It resonates now because people want purpose, freedom, and collaboration over rigid hierarchies, especially in a time of innovation and adaptability are essential.
Yeah, I want to make a quick comment too before we get on to the next question. I see it as that aspect of control versus management, right? When people are trying to control something, they've really are kind of overstepping and just so obsessive about controlling all patterns of behavior and trying to control outcomes and so forth, whereas opposed to managing, where of course things are gonna not go to plan and you just navigate and manage through it. So I think that's one way to think about it when we use this, because this term unbossed is a new term for me too. But that's one way to, I think, to help clarify it for our audience and what it stands for.
Great. Let's go into question number 2. We'll dig a little deeper into this. How is unbossing different from traditional flat organizations or non-boss experiments of the past?
Yeah, so unlike past attempts at, say, bossless structures, where it's really not about eliminating leadership altogether, it's about transforming leadership. So true unbossing, it retains the vision and clarity and accountability, but it shifts the leader's role to be a mentor, a facilitator, and guide. The danger in past models was chaos, but today's conscious entrepreneurs are learning how to balance empowerment with alignment. And another word I could think that could be used quite a bit is like that of a coach. Old school boss, when I remember seeing the meme, you see it on LinkedIn every now and then, where you have boss versus leader, right? You can say boss versus coach, boss versus mentor, all these different labels, but essentially it's that the boss, old school, is trying to control and all these negative patterns of behavior, as opposed to a mentor or coach, a conscious leader that is much more empowering and guiding people towards their own personal and professional development. So yeah, and for some additional supporting bullet points that we have from our notes, there's the flat does not necessarily equate to leader lists. So flat organizations that in the past they often lack the anchors. Embossing is about strong vision with distributed execution. Um, so it's leaders really redefine. So again, unlike flat or no boss experiments that often created chaos, people kind of not knowing who to turn to, embossing keeps that vision and accountability intact, and shifting that leader's role to be a mentor, a facilitator, a guide. It's empowerment with alignment and not an absence of leadership.
Okay, let's look at the modern context. The digital collaboration tools such as Slack, AI dashboards, the electronic side of this or the digital side of this now make a distributed empowerment practical. Craig, you're the expert in this area. Why don't you elaborate a little bit more on the tools that obviously make empowerment more practical in the workplace?
Yeah, it's interesting because I was at an executive peer group meeting this morning, and one gentleman, it was considering moving out of state, and just wasn't really, he was unsure about the idea and how he was going to be able to do this and work with his team still. And all the conversation centered a lot around technology tools that make it possible today. So like Slack is a great communication tool. I utilize Slack in my company quite a bit, and it was essential when we went to a full remote mode when the whole lockdown happened. And people just need to get these tools in place, but they also need to have guidelines into how their organization is going to utilize these tools and what is expected of people. So, like with Slack, for example, if we had the guidelines like, hey, if someone messages you, respond within 15 minutes, because sometimes people are in meetings or so forth, but there was an expectation, because otherwise people are like, are they really working or not? So Slack is a great one. Um, there's one that was mentioned today was Kumo, which is kind of like uh, emulates a physical work environment. And of course, there's a variety of AI uh, tools that are coming out constantly, making all kinds of duties and tasks more automated so it can free people up to focus on bigger problem solving and so forth. Another thing is collaboration tools. There's Figma, Nero, I believe it's called. These are tools that allow people to actually collaborate as if they were in person. Yeah, there's still something magical about being in close proximity, say with a whiteboard and so forth. But with these tools, you can really get a lot done, a lot more than what people may think they can actually once you really go out. Because humans adapt as long as you have an open mind and you take these tools on. It really helps. And then Google Drive too. That's another tool that's just wonderful that allows for the storage and sharing and collaboration of documents of all types. It's just amazing. Multiple people could be working on the same document at the same time and refining it and working together. And then, of course, utilizing Zoom or FaceTime or Slack has a video also in it. There's just a matter of picking the tools that are going to work for you and then creating guidelines around it and then putting them into place.
Let's cover the spiritual shift. Today's unbossing reflects collective movements towards sovereignty and leadership and self-leadership. Unbossing mirrors a larger awakening, people moving towards sovereignty, self-leadership, and conscious cultural collaboration. I want to remind, Craig, that we did together a spiritual practice report on oneness, unity, and equality. So part of the spiritual principles that I advise people when I talk to them or work with them, and this is a personal thing that I share, is my belief in oneness, unity, and equality. So, what's really important in this unbossing and how it mirrors my personal principles, oneness is that we're all one, obviously, in the Creator. But the more important thing from a business standpoint is the unity and equality, that we're basically all unified. And most importantly, in a business sense, is we're all equal. And so once you have that sense, that spiritual sense of oneness, unity, and equality, I think it gives a real essence of and gives more purpose and background to how you work with people. You know, the autonomy thrives when principles and purpose and values are clearly communicated. So that really helps me to use those three principles to communicate, hey, this is what anchors me, and this is how I work with people.
Yeah, it's great. It's great, great philosophy.
You know, that's just a glimpse of our conversation on the Unbossed Leadership, Empowerment over Hierarchy. To dive deep and to hear all 10 questions with full answers with this episode, join us inside the GAR Premium Access. You'll get a complete podcast plus exclusive reports and insights to help you lead with clarity, sovereignty, and awareness in these transformative times. Stay awake, stay empowered, and we'll see you inside the GAR Premium Access for the rest of this episode.